Welcome to my final presentation for organizational theory. My name is Solomon Fix, and today I will be walking you through Midpoint Winery, where I worked during the 2024 harvest using Bowman and Deal's 4 frames to examine its culture, leadership, and organizational dynamics. Along the way, I will connect these observations to key theories from our course and conclude with recommendations for a leader entering this organization during a time of change. Midpoint Winery is a medium sized operation located in Templeton, California. It produces its own wines, offers custom crush services for other labels, and operates an on site tasting room. When I joined, Midpoint was in the midst of a significant rebranding, shifting from its long standing identity as Rada Winery to Midpoint, with plans for another final rebrand to Radial. This created both opportunities and culture tensions as symbols of the old brand still lingered while leadership pushed forward with a new vision. Bowman and Deal's 4 frames offer a powerful way to view organizations from multiple angles. The structural frame focused on the architecture of roles and responsibilities. The human resource frame emphasized the people and their relationships. The political frame examines power, conflict, and alliances. And the symbolic frame looks at culture, meaning, and shared rituals. By applying each frame to Midpoint Winery, we can see a fuller picture of both its strengths and challenges. Structurally, Midpoint operated with a clear hierarchy in production. I reported to both the head winemaker and the assistant winemaker, while they both answered to the winery owner. Vineyard staff worked closely with the production team, but the tasting room operated separately, reporting to HR and the owner. Informal cliques emerged. Production and vineyard crews bonded closely, while the tasting room staff formed their own circle. This structural divide created culture separation between the two groups. From the human resource perspective, Midpoint's production crew embodied a strong clan culture. Mentorship was central. The head and assistant winemakers invested time to teach and develop myself, which built loyalty and morale. Our daily lunches, often complete with blind tastings, weren't just breaks, they were rituals that built trust and camaraderie. However, this closeness did not extend to the tasting room staff, who operated on a different wavelength, leading to occasional misunderstandings. Politically, Midpoint faced clear tensions. The tasting room manager exerted authority in ways that were often ego driven, creating friction with the production team. There was no formal mechanism to resolve interdepartmental conflicts, so resentment quietly built. Recently, with the departure of the head of HR and tasting room manager, suggests leadership recognized the misalignment of power and took steps to reset the balance, a political move aimed at restoring cultural cohesion. Symbolically, Midpoint was rich with meaning. The remnants of Rada Winery, old buildings, photographs, and artifacts connected the staff and visitors to over a century old tradition. Stories, like the ghost of Mama Rada, gave the winery its own folklore. Events like Cab Franca affirmed Midpoint's place among respected producers. In the midst of rebranding, the head winemaker became a cultural anchor, upholding values of quality and craftsmanship that gave the production team a sense of stability. Several organizational theories we studied apply directly to Midpoint. Contingency theory is evident in the constant adjustments required during harvest, from weather to equipment breakdowns. Transformational leadership shown through the head winemaker's ability to inspire and mentor. Situational leadership was applied as tasks and independence were matched to each person's growth. Finally, the competing values framework identifies the production side as a strong clan culture, collaborative, people centered, and united around a common purpose. A new leader at Midpoint must understand that production and tasting room cultures are distinct, and unifying them will require intention. The legacy of Verada Winery carries emotional weight for staff and loyal customers, so symbolic sensitivity is critical. Trust and morale in production hinge on mentorship, inclusion, and respect. Finally, political skill is essential for bridging interdepartmental divides and aligning all teams toward a shared vision. To strengthen culture, I recommend facilitating cross department events and training so relationships can develop beyond formal roles. Honoring the Rada legacy while embracing the new brand to bridge the symbolic gap. Implement regular conflict resolution forums to prevent tensions from festering. Finally, create some shared rituals, such as a blended team lunch or joint events, to unify culture through common experiences. In conclusion, using Bowman and Deal's four frames to analyze Midpoint Winery reveals both its strengths and challenges. Leadership style directly shapes morale, performance, and culture. Symbols, stories, and rituals serve as powerful anchors, especially during times of change. The most sustainable transformation will balance respect for heritage with the innovation needed to thrive in the future. Thank you.